those that are not using it in their businesses, they're going to find that they're falling behind because the people who are going to be able to do more in less time. And I think it's important to know that. But replacing us, no. We need each other.
You're a living proof that it's never too late to realign, rebuild, and rise.
This episode is sponsored by AI Your Superpower. If your business feels stuck or overwhelmed, the answer isn't working harder. It is working smarter with AI. Take our free personalized assessment, the AI Opportunity Finder, and discover exactly how AI can save you time, boost profits, and simplify your operations. Plus, get our exclusive AI toolkit to help you start fast. Visit start.aiyoursuperpower.com to find your best AI opportunities and book your free discovery call. Hello, hello. Welcome back to Happiness by Habit. AI Your Superpower. I am Silvana Pimentel, your podcast host and joy crafting strategies, helping you create a life and business that feels aligned with you and energized. Today's guest is a powerhouse. She's a personal PMP and success strategist who is showing third quarter entrepreneurs, those of us who might be starting over or pivoting later in life, that it's never too late to build the business and life you truly deserve. After 20 plus years of experience in the Navy, corporate leadership, and executing strategies, Chanda Coston is now the founder of ChandaCo, a business strategy firm that helps entrepreneurs clarify their vision, boost productivity, and execute like a pro. Alrighty, welcome to the show, dear Chanda. I'm so excited to have you here.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, Silvana. Excited for the conversation.
Wonderful. Let's start with your story. What inspired you to step into entrepreneurship after 2 decades of service and corporate work?
Initially, it was the money, right? I was like, I did government contracting, and I said, after government service, I wanted to do it for myself. And I was thinking, like, I'm going to do this to make lots of money. And then I experienced a loss and stepped my foot into teaching and mentorship. And I realized I might want to do coaching. And so I explored that and realized that's where my passion lies. So, entrepreneurship was the goal. I succeeded with that, but then I was a little disjointed, right, emotionally, and I realized I really enjoy coaching.
Oh, that's wonderful. It's very important that you do something that fulfills you,
For
right?
sure.
That's you found your call. You call yourself a strategist who helps people start over without burning out. How does your approach to reinvention with sustainability differ from traditional hustle culture?
Well, I think most people handle their businesses like hobbies, right? And so identifying the structure, identifying their capacity, teaching them how to incorporate systems into their business so that they can make time and recoup capacity to do the things that they love in order to, deal with those competing priorities and enjoy family time, right? For
Oh
sure.
yeah, don't I know that? I love that. That's very important. You talk about clarity as a milestone, not a mood. Can
Yes.
you break that down for us? Why is clarity the first step in building anything that lasts?
You need to be clear. A lot of people feel like they need more information to get more clarity before they can move forward, but really clarity comes from moving forward. And so typically you will gain momentum by identifying things in your business like goals and outcomes and who you're serving and things like that so that you can move forward with purpose and you're just not, I call it running in place, right? People feel like if they're doing something, then um, they're being productive, but productivity is not measured by just activity, it's measured by progress.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Based on your experience, Sandra, what are the top mistakes you see third quarter entrepreneurs make when trying to launch or relaunch a business?
They feel like they need to do everything at once. They also, again, they don't have systems in place and they're not clear. And so you get the overwhelm of chaos that comes from moving like that. Right. And so once you take the time to incorporate systems, identify things that are repeatable in your business, then you typically can move forward in clarity and you can see progress. And then realizing things don't have to be perfect. So that's the other thing I say, progress over perfection every single time.
Absolutely. Money loves the speed is another one that is related to that one. Very because a lot of people are like love learning and love taking a
Mhm.
lot of information, but they don't execute. And
Yeah.
you can be educated in the best school and go to the latest and greatest seminar or workshop, but if you don't
Yeah,
implement at least one thing, you are not moving forward, and that's really crucial. Oh
for
yeah.
sure.
Yes. So let's talk about systems because you are a PMP, a project management professional. And by the way, I'm your colleague. I am also a PMP. How can
Ah.
someone bring project manager energy into their personal or business life to get unstuck and into action?
Well, as a project manager, you know that we look at everything as a project. It has a beginning and an ending, right? And so when you think about your business goals, you think about how you can define your outcomes. When you look at the timeline of that, identifying milestones, right? You set deadlines, and then you have a means to track those to completion. And so a lot of business owners don't actually take the time to do that in their business. And that's
Mm.
what project management brings to the space. It's like, how do I incorporate this new system to say, I'm going to achieve this amazing goal, but how are we going to get there? What does that look like? And then having those conversations with them to help them clearly identify those pieces so that they can have success in their business.
Oh, yes, very important. You're also a Lean Six Sigma black belt, which sounds like a superhero title. What can that level of discipline teach us about creating repeatable, scalable habits in our business?
Lean Six Sigma, to make it really easy and short, is just about removing waste and creating efficiency by removing those bottlenecks. And then, of course, incorporating systems for those repeatable processes. So if you're doing something more than twice in your business, you need to see if there's a system that can help you do that, right? And so that way you'll also recoup some of that time so that you can have a more sustainable, less burnout business for sure.
Yeah, totally. Well, this season of the podcast is all about AI as your superpower. In your work with business owners, how do you see AI being used to enhance productivity, clarity, or even confidence?
I see it being used in a lot of ways. I tell all my clients it is not to be used to think for you. It is used to leverage to increase your capacity for time. And so, really easy, do a brain dump, right? Organize the thoughts and then make it into a plan and then execute. And so, you can really do that really simply using AI, taking everything that is in here and putting it down. And AI is an amazing tool for that, for sure.
Oh
And
my God,
so,
I
yeah,
absolutely agree with that you. And I always say that AI is my superpower, and it can be everybody's because it's that good. It's really can be really powerful if used properly.
for sure.
And I love to use it or to explain the concept of using AI as your second brain because really
Mm,
that's a perfect thinking partner and it can help you be much more productive,
for
more
sure.
successful, more accurate and so I love that. Absolutely. What is your take on the fear that AI is replacing people, especially later in life professional? And how
Mm,
can we use it as a tool instead of seeing it as a threat?
I don't think it's a threat. I don't think it can replace people. I think it can be used as a tool to help people. Again, I tell my clients, like, don't think you're going to use this to think for you. It is, like you said, a thought partner, right? And so using it in ways to help streamline your processes to make you more productive so you can leverage time because it can do things a lot quicker than you can, but feeding it your thoughts, not asking it for its thoughts, I think is so key. But and I think in that regard, those that are not using it in their businesses, they are going to find that they're falling behind because the people who are going to be able to do more in less time. And I think it's important to know that. But replacing us, no, we need each other. So it's not a problem.
Wow. Yes. Definitely need to use it. That's the only
Yeah,
advice I would tell everybody. Like really immerse yourself into AI because that is
sure.
such a powerful tool.
I think so
What
too.
is your why? What drives you to support third quarter entrepreneurs so fiercely?
Because I get it. Like I mentioned before, coaching, watching someone go from having the thought, being very careful and hesitant to share the thought, to meeting with them a few weeks later and they're excited to share with me what they've accomplished in their business and then watching them actually create something, like to go from the ideation stage to actually manifestation or it becoming a reality. And the energy shift that takes place. I love being a part of that process. So I love helping people create sustainable businesses that help their life. And also, I enjoy the part around, I have a family, 5 kids. So they're like, mom is a superwoman. But
Mm,
just showing people what's possible, what is if you actually put, your best foot forward was possible. And that today can be the day.
Oh, yes,
For
absolutely. I
sure.
believe in that strongly. So, what this podcast is called Happiness by Habit. So, we talk
Yeah.
about happy habits. Let's talk about your non-negotiable habits for happiness, daily rituals, mindset practices, anything on that
Daily, I
topic you would like
pray,
to
and I'm
share.
really big on self-care and boundaries. So
Oh,
praying for me is non-negotiable. Self-care for me is non-negotiable. And self-care can be me taking a day for me. It can be, which I do every week anyway, but I don't always use it for me. But if I feel like I need to take time off, unplug, unwind, I am sending out that family text and saying, hey, I just need a few days. I'm going to unplug. Only call me if it's an emergency. And it's understanding that that's necessary sometimes to feed myself because you can't pour from an empty cup. I do a lot of things in a lot of different areas. So, but just having self awareness, and that's my happy place. And I love family. So, spending that family time, of course.
absolutely. All right, let's do a rapid fire round. So, I will ask
Sure.
you a question and you just tell me the first thing that comes to mind, okay?
Sure.
Morning person or night owl?
Morning.
Morning. Favorite go to productivity tool or app?
Productivity too, I guess, is my calendar.
Okay, this is important. A quote that always grants you.
YOLO. You only live once.
Mm, yes, that's powerful. One book you recommend to all entrepreneurs.
The 12-week year by Brian Moran.
Okay. If your business journey had a theme song, what would it be?
I'm every woman.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Well, that's amazing. Chanda, thank you so much for sharing your clarity, wisdom, and beautiful perspective with us today. Is there any final thoughts you want to share with the audience?
Not at all. Thank you so much for having me. If anyone wants to connect, feel free to reach out on my socials, Chanda2_co on Instagram and social media platforms. But thank you for having me.
It was a pleasure. You're a living proof that it's never too late to realign, rebuild, and rise. And is the structure, strategy, and self-compassion can coexist in business. For anyone listening who is ready to stop restarting and start executing with purpose, go ahead and connect with Shanda, and you will be very happy you did. And don't miss out on her energetic gems that will change the way you plan your next chapter. This is Happiness by Habit, AI Your Superpower, where we turn bold ideas into beautiful habits. I am Silvana Pimentel, and remember, the life you want is only one brave decision away. Let's go. Bye bye.